Good morning. It's Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. And I'm out walking in the rain. Just a little bit of rain, light rain. And it doesn't feel much like summer, but I don't mind a little rain. It's good for the garden, right? And it's still a beautiful day. And it's a good time to check in with all of you. We had such a great service Sunday. It was so fun to be out at Gwynwood and to do the drive-in service, and it was great to see everyone who was able to come. And it was great to have people on Zoom too, and Facebook Live, and to be connected in many different ways. And I've just finished meeting with Kate, and I've gotten a lot of feedback and heard back from many of you about the drive-in service. And so we're excited to do it again. Not this Sunday, but the following Sunday, the 19th. And hopefully, I think we're going to have Leland out there too with keyboards, so have some live music, and it'll be a great time. And more information will follow on that. But for now, I'm taking a walk in the neighborhood. I love coming down these paths. I love watching, observing how things change from week to week. In a really good way, because I don't know about you, but you know, the change and the things that are happening in our world right now with the pandemic and everything, it feels like things are changing day to day, and it's hard to keep up with everything, and it's hard to know what's really happening. I feel like walking down this path is just the deep breath to watch the change here that is beautiful and natural and healthy. And I love to come and just be reminded that life is beautiful, even when it's hard, that there is still such beauty and so much to give thanks for. So the alternative reading, one of the alternative readings in our lectionary this week is from Genesis, and it's the story of Jacob and Esau. Jacob and Esau were the twins, sons of Isaac and Rebekah. And there's this moment when Rebekah is pregnant, and Isaac, who is the son of Abraham, Isaac is really, he's 67 years old at this point. Rebekah's pregnant, and she's carrying twins, and it's really painful. She's having a really hard time. She feels like there's just this turmoil going on within her. And so she goes to God, and she speaks to God. She prays, and she says, you know, I am in pain, and there's chaos. This is so painful. What is happening? And God says to her, there are two nations warring inside of you. And both will be okay. Both will be great. But the younger will be served by the older. And of course, then Esau and Jacob are born, and Esau comes out first, and Jacob is holding his heel and comes out second. So that means Esau's the oldest, and he receives the birthright as the oldest son, even though they're twins, even though they're minutes apart. Esau has the birthright. And of course, the story goes on how Jacob ends up receiving the birthright. They are at war with each other, really. They represent this warring factions. The story of Esau and Jacob goes on to, even when they are men and older men and Jacob has had to run because he stole from Esau, and Esau's sworn to kill his brother, and they meet later in life and they make peace. I was thinking about this because I don't know about you, but I feel sometimes with what's happening in our lives, in our world right now, I feel like there are two factions warring within me. I feel that. I feel those words that God says to Rebecca as she's trying to carry these twins, and it's causing her such pain. I feel like there are these two factions, two nations warring within you. We have people who are refusing to wear masks, people who are politicizing masks. We have people who are so vulnerable and at risk living in this world with pandemic. Two nations warring within you. I feel torn at times in my own life because I think, gosh, I'm so tired of being in this state of isolation. I'm so tired of always having to be so careful. I'm so tired of kind of being limited in my movement to my neighborhood. But look at my neighborhood. What do I have to complain about? And yet I feel at times that warring nations inside where I just want to say, who cares? Let's risk it. Let's go. Let's go out. What Esau and Jacob come to understand later in life is the warring that they spent most of their youth on, the struggle and the fighting that they had, fighting over resources, who gets what. Ultimately, they both end up with more than enough. And they wasted so much time hating each other. So I wonder if you might want to join me in this prayer today. So I do my walking meditation. That my prayer today is that we can stop spending so much energy hating each other and find more ways to be grateful, to be satisfied, to share, and to love. And to take care of each other, to care more about one another, to care enough about others that we do and make whatever sacrifice needs to be made to get us all through this safely. That's the gospel. To care about more than just ourselves and our own needs.